We have any more clarity about when and where Idalia will make landfall? Is there any chance that the storm could still change direction or intensify further?
I think the projected path is pretty well locked in somewhere, make landfall somewhere here in the Florida Big Bend area. Intensification, it's been intensifying all day. It's currently a Cat 2, and all indications from the satellite are that it's continuing to intensify as we speak. I fear people are going to wake up in the morning and see a powerful hurricane right on their doorstep.
And we have heard from the governor and others that parts of Florida could experience storm surge as high as 15 feet. How does that compare to other hurricanes that Florida has seen recently?
If that forecast would have materialized, it would be on par to the worst surge that we saw in Hurricane Ian, and I think many people saw the utter destruction that that storm surge brought to the community of Fort Myers Beach, and so that imagery, think about that imagery and just how powerful that surge was for that storm, and imagine it impacting these communities here, especially Cedar Key. I'm really worried about them. There's been reporting that some people are hanging back, and that's probably not a wise decision.
That was something that was echoed by the sheriff of Levy County, which includes the city of Cedar Key, who we just spoke with. He was very clear that he is scared of what is about to come. How dangerous are you expecting the conditions to get there?
Quite frankly, I think Cedar Key could be cut off. It is an island and the water will completely encase it and cut it off. You might not be able to leave for days. You might not have clean water, electricity, be able to access your neighbors. If the worst of this storm surge projection materializes, virtually every home on that island could be flooded.
And the estimate from the mayor is that around 100 residents are refusing to evacuate. What would you say to those residents? Why is this storm different?
I would beg them to leave, and leave now, not wait till tomorrow, because it won't be time tomorrow. The conditions will spread well out in front, especially the storm surge, well out in front of this system. So they really have this evening and tonight to make that final decision, and it's going to be an important one if you decide to stay.
We do have some new video posted on social media showing what people outside Florida are now dealing with. This is a highway in Goose Creek, South Carolina, and that through the windshield is a car in the exact wrong place as a tornado cuts across, oh my goodness, cuts across its path. After flipping, it hit another car. Amazingly, truly, the only injuries in both cars were minor. That is so eerie to see that car just upended.
Keaton Beach, Florida, in the bullseye of Idalia. Just look at what's left of this home in Keaton Beach. The roof is gone, but miraculously, the big screen TV is still attached to the bedroom wall. This structure was also badly damaged. At this home, the waves and high water overwhelm this porch, nearly burying it.
There will be impacts far beyond the eye wall.
Impacts the Big Bend region of the state hasn't seen in more than a century, like 125-mile-an-hour winds, heavy rains, and a storm surge powerful enough to flood neighborhoods.
That building on the end down there is going to come apart.
And powerful enough to soak homes.
We're just hoping that our house is in a houseboat when we get back.
In Perry, Florida, one family had a real scare when trees nearly toppled on their home.
Oh, I just heard something crack. Look, there it goes. There it goes. Oh my gosh. No! Oh. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
In that same area, this happened.
Oh, look at it. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's the house. Oh! Oh my gosh! The whole roof just came off the house, Mike. Oh my gosh!
Also near Perry, Florida, the rain and wind toppled this gas station. In some areas, the conditions were so dangerous.
This is the thick of it. We are in the middle of it right now. You can hear that roar.
Driving, even for storm chasers, hazardous.
Oh my God! Oh!
Not even the governor's mansion in Tallahassee was spared. Florida's First Lady posting this photo of what she said was a 100-year-old oak tree that split in two and fell on the mansion. She said she was home at the time with their children, but nobody was hurt. Making matters worse, the lack of power. Hundreds of thousands of customers in Florida were left in the dark, which also became a problem as the storm tracked east across Georgia, promising another long night. Randy Kay, CNN, Palm Beach County, Florida.
Oh my gosh!
Hurricane Idalia's fierce winds knocked over a gas station awning near Perry, Florida. The storm surge set records throughout Florida's Big Bend region. In nearby Cedar Key, the surge reached 8.9 feet.
Yeah, it sounded like a child in that home and her trying to console them. Scenes that I'm sure are playing out across that part of the state of Florida.
This morning, Palm Springs is under a local emergency order as heavy rain from Hillary is causing dangerous flood conditions and prompting at least 3 swift water rescues.
We're asking residents to stay inside, stay where they are.
The mayor's warning is because of a situation like this. A pickup truck stuck in the middle of a street, surrounded by deep, rushing floodwaters. The driver was not injured, but the California Highway Patrol closed the road to prevent others from crossing. Those floodwaters so powerful, a refrigerator was seen floating away in them. This drone video taken over a nearby neighborhood where the flooding has nearly covered an entire golf course. One homeowner says he's never seen anything like it in the Coachella Valley.
Within 24 hours, it's turned into a torrential storm. Between hole number 13 and hole number 16, it's virtually 6 feet thick.
The conditions there also creating a dangerous situation for drivers, including a fire truck forced to turn around due to rising waters. Ahead of the storm, the Palm Springs mayor says the city prepared and distributed 60,000 sandbags, as well as cleared storm drains.
Even an inch or 2 of rain in the desert can cause damage.
All right, take a look at this. The road totally covered up, but it's also completely socked in on this other side of the road. I mean, look. Ooh, I'm barely touching the bottom there.
State officials say some desert regions, like Palm Springs, could double their yearly amount of water in just one day from Hillary. Overnight, officials in Ventura County searched by helicopter and on the ground for a couple of people believed to be trapped by floodwaters from the Santa Clara River. 2 people eventually walked out of the flooded area, assisted by crews. Officials urging everyone to stay out of river bottoms and canals. Whoa. And this was the scene Sunday in Wrightwood, about 77 miles northeast of Los Angeles. Huge gushes of water forcing their way through a wash, carrying large logs, rocks, and muddy debris. Exactly the type of thing the governor wants people to be on alert for.
Take seriously debris flows and floods, flash floods, lightning possibility.
Tropical storm Hillary has made landfall in Baja California, Mexico, and is starting to batter Southern California. New video from Mexico showing just how bad the flooding is. The intense rainfall turning what appears to be a neighborhood into a rushing river. At least 1 person died in the storm, according to Mexican officials.